Hello everybody, I am Brandman19 and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be starting a brand new series, but for many of you, you may think this is actually a brand new game, and it's actually not. I've played Europa Universalis 4, which is what this game is, on the channel before, and I've taken about a 2 to 3 year break from it, and a lot's changed, so I decided to come back in and give the game a shot. I think the last time I played it was at the beginning of maybe Emperor, or maybe it was like near the end of Golden Century. Not really sure which one it was, but since then they've released Leviathan and Origins and for DLCs, and I decided I wanted to give this thing a shot, learn the game a little bit, and or relearn the game a little bit, I should say. So we're going to be picking up the Ottomans, which is the suggested beginner nation, and we're going to kind of play with them. The Ottomans are kind of like you have to try really hard to fail. So we're going to learn some of the new mechanics, like the estates getting changed around, and how the governing capacity works, and all that kind of stuff like that. We're going to be dealing with the Ottomans, though, and have a good amount of time. But guys, before we get into it, be sure that you subscribe, hit that notification bell, like the video, because that's so important, comment, and maybe check out the link for Discord in the description below. We'll be talking about EU4, Empire Total War. I play, if this is the first time ever seeing my channel, then I play a lot of turn-based and real-time strategy games. So yeah, anyways, so let's go ahead. We're going to hop in with the Ottomans. We're going to be playing out an Iron Man, and maybe we'll get an achievement or two. So anyways, let's go ahead and do it. Okay guys, here we are in the game. We are the Ottomans, this nice light green color nation. We have a couple of, we're kind of in a weird spot. Well, not weird, probably a prime spot, really is how I would say it. We are where basically Asia, here with Anatolia on this side, in Europe, which, is right here where, like, you would think of Greece today, meet. And the only thing that really is really holding in between us is this city of Constantinople, which the Byzantines own. And the Byzantines are the people who pretty much like the Eastern Roman Empire, and by this point they have fallen out to really just a small amount of territory. Athens, and that's, plus they're vassal of Athens, really. That's about what all they are. As for us, we're getting ready to embark on taking out, Byzantium and all these other Beyliks over here, and more stuff over here. It's just gonna be a lot of fun. So there's been some changes. I'm going to learn them as we go. It might be a little bit slower, so you're going to have to give me a little, little room here as I figure it all out. For some of you, this is probably too bare bones, but over time, it'll get a little bit better. So anyways, first thing always to notice is apparently we need to go out here and look at the estates. This thing has changed a ton since I last saw it. So now we have like things called Crownland. We have diets and stuff like that, seizing land, giving policies and privileges to these different groups. So let's go ahead and start doing some of that. I've looked up a guide on this to give me a little bit of a hand for a start. So anyways, we're going to summon the diet, which the diet is kind of like an agenda. You get an agenda here, and then everybody gets some loyalty plus some extra things. So we have the Ulema. They would say get our Derne, which is our capital, to base tax of 8. We get 10 prestige, and the Ulema would get some loyalty. The other one would be Skio, by the Umera, which is like nobility. Getting Skio has to be owned by us, and Skio is this stuff out here. We have a certain amount of time to do this. We would get 50 admin for this, as well as 15 loyalty. Okay, that's kind of nice. I don't know if we're gonna fight fight them very soon. We have to do it in like 20 years. And then the other one is get to Wallachia to like us. This will make the Demi, these guys right here, which are, the Demi are like non-Muslim people. I think that's how it really breaks down to. They really want us to have Wallachia have an opinion of us of at least 50, and we don't really get much out of that. So I'm just going to go with the proposal of the Ulema. The Ulema is like the clergy, the church people, so the Muslim people. And merchant guilds are, what sounds like merchants. So there you go. That helps right there. Now that we've got that done, we're going to give some stuff to the Ulema first, which is going to be religious state, which I've been told gives us, monthly admin power +1. We're going to go ahead and do that. You get some negative buffs too, which eventually will probably, get rid of some things here. But anyways, the other one is Clerical Advisory Council, which is going to give us our admin advisor cost minus 25%. That's a huge buff right there to keeping our money doing better. The next one is going to be Religious Diplomats right here, so that everybody who is a Muslim will like us a little bit more. So that's good. And then, or maybe it's increasing relations. Yeah, their opinion just is higher. Okay, good. And then grant local residence to a scholar. We're going to do this right here because scholars are pretty good. We're going to grant the privilege to a scholar to the Hanbali school because that's aggressive expansion impact. Aggressive expansion, or AE, is like you can't, is kind of the way how you get people to get really mad at you for growing too fast. We also can do like the Maliki, which is the dev cost, which is good at times. The merchants, yearly legitimacy, shock damage is pretty good. Shock damage received, so we would take less damage. We'd give more damage. More legitimacy means that like our rulers are more legit in the eyes of the people and other nations. Merchants is like trade. Dev cost is like the ability to build up things, like working with our mana points up here. And then there's the Hanbali, which is A, which we've already discussed. So we're going to go do the Hanbali right there. We'll touch that here in a minute. That's why this little flag fell down. After we do that, we're going to take a look at the Umera. The Umera are a nobility, basically like the people who have the land, and they kind of get the best stuff. They kind of pull out a lot of the best stuff. So anyways, I'm going to give them primacy of the Umera, which gives me monthly military power +1 at the expense of a few other things. We're going to give them increased levies, which is basically going to it's going to give us more manpower for our armies, which is very important. If you know manpower, you will pretty much lose your wars. And then the other one, aristocratic counselors, military advisor cost minus 25%. Same as that, was it clerical? Yeah, same as the clerical advisory council. And then we're going to come over to the merchant guilds. The merchant guilds, the people who have all, make all the money and all that kind of thing. We're going to give them land of commerce, which is going to give them the monthly diplomatic power +1. So we did the same thing as what aristocratic counselor, or not aristocratic, but primacy did, as well as religious state did. After that, we're going to do patronage of the arts, which gives us yearly prestige plus 0.5. Prestige, higher it is, the better you are, or the better it is. It helps you with a whole bunch of like little effects, as you can see there in green. And it also helps like with legitimacy and things like that. There's a lot of events that pop in that handle that. After that, we're going to do this commercial advisory council, which is going to give us diplomatic advisor cost minus 25%. Sounds pretty much like all these other ones, the aristocrat counselors, and then the clerical advisory council, right? And then last but not least, we're going to go indebted to the merchant guilds. There is debt in loans, there is debt in loans in this game. While this might lower our trade efficiency a little bit, we're going to get 5 loans that are only 1% in a 1% interest, which is really cheap. So we're going to bump up a huge amount of money at the beginning, just taking loans, amongst ourselves. The Demi is down here. Right now, we just start off with like guaranteeing their autonomy. We don't get a whole lot out of that, but just some like equilibrium with them and some influence. We could revoke it, but there's really no point. And last but not least, we're going to do here is we're going to seize this land. Seizing land, right now we have, I think we have 0. Technically we control 0% of our land. If we do this, basically we're going to get 5% of the land from everybody else. It gets taken away equally, or somewhat like this right here. And then all states will lose 20 loyalty. So this right here will drop by 20. And then if there's anybody that's underneath 30 loyalty, they will have rebels, which we don't have to worry about that right now. So let's go ahead and click OK. We get 5% Crownland, this little white sliver here, and they fell down to 35%, 55%, it all works out. We're going to be trying to get higher Crownland as the game goes on. So that's what I understand about that right now. Somebody could point out some flaws, I'm sure. I'm now going to click on this thing right here. I could have also just clicked here on religion, and then you can see where we have a school of being Hanafi, but we're going to change this over to the Hanbali, the aggressive expansion impact minus 10%. Now we actually get that. We're going to lose 50 admin to do this, but it is worth the cost for 20 years of 10% aggressive expansion impact. It'll mean people do not want to build up coalitions, which are like groups of nations that are trying to fight us because they're mad at us. We don't want that. So anyways, next we're going to take a look at this right here. This is our national decisions. We get a bunch of them right here, and this usually happens with like new rulers as well. So the first one's adopt the title of Caliphate, which gives us yearly prestige plus 0.5, and we move 10 towards legalism. I'll talk about legalism in a second. Denouncement of sect practices gives us national unrest -1, means our people stay happier with us longer. We also go towards legalism a little bit more. We get enforced religious unity, which gives us missionary strength versus the heretics plus 2%, which means that we convert heretic provinces faster and easier. And then last is expand the Devashirm system, which gives us, for the cost of 100 of this military power, we're going to get national manpower modifier plus 10% until the end of the game. That's a pretty good trade considering we have like 380 years until the end of the game. So we're going to take that. All right, good deal right there. I could convert automatically, but before we go touching that, I want to show the religion screen. And if you look here, this is what they're talking about with the legalism, and the other side is mysticism. Both of them are they're kind of good. You can do different things, but legalism is probably what most people go towards, and it's better in my opinion. You get more national tax modifier, manpower modifier, technology cost, and you get the Ulema to have better loyalty, while the Demi are worse. The other side, the Demi get better, while the Ulema get worse. You get support defense, some morale of armies, and missionary strength. So really this one's better. You also get this little thing called enforced faithful adherence when you get at least 75 legalism, which means you can reduce your corruption, which is this thing up here. You get it when you take on land or certain things like that. You can do that for -2, which gives you like there's a really cool thing where you can debase your currency for 2 corruption. I'd get a free 165. Click that button, the corruption goes away. It was pretty much just getting a free 165 ducats out of the deal right now, that is. But this is still, you know, the 20% national tax modifier and the manpower is better. So really never do that. Just do this, especially as Ottomans when you have plenty of money coming in anyway. So yeah, anyways, all right. So with all the religious stuff figured out, as well as taking those decisions, we're also going to do a little thing that's new to me called a Naval Doctrine. We're going to take the free oarsman, which gives us galley combat ability plus 15%. We are in a inland seas, so galleys work really well in this area. Later on, we might switch over to shipboarding, which gives us a chance to capture enemy ships. But right now, I just want to do that. So this is not meant to be a tutorial, by the way. It's just me talking through what I've learned, so that you guys who know more than me can tell me what I know. You know, tell me what all I'm doing that's true, what's false, because, you know, I'm just using hearsay and what I've learned from other people. Anyways, so here's our advisors and as well as our Sultan, Mehmed II. You probably know that name. He's very, you know, he's known for really kicking off the Ottomans on their great rise to power. Let's see here. So we're going to take a couple of advisors here. This is, you know, you start off with like a level 2 production efficiency guy at half price. You know, so is he half price? Yeah, he's definitely half price. If I had another level 2 guy, you could see that. But he's 51. He's not very old. He won't live very long. On top of that, most people only live to be like 65 to 70 in this game, if they even get that long. So anyways, I'm going to pick this guy right here. His production efficiency is pretty good, even though it costs more. Production efficiency, how many goods you make, your trade goods. After that, we need to pick the best level 1 guy. I can either go with improving relations or trade efficiency. It's kind of a toss-up here. Improving relations is good because you make people happier quicker. The other one, of course, is trade efficiency is, you know, pretty good. There's a level 2 guy who's at 3.02. So now you can see the other guy was 1.51. That guy was half price. Anyways, we're going to go trade efficiency just because I like trade. That's more money to me. And then last but not least, we got to pick a military advisor. I would have preferred this discipline guy to be a level 1, but instead he's level 2, means he costs more. I'm just going to go with the national manpower modifier plus 10% guy. That's pretty awesome, having more manpower to fight my battles. There's other things like morale of armies and all, but anyways. Okay, so now we got all those guys. Let's pick our rivals out. So far, Hungary, Lithuania, Aragon, and the Mamluks have rivaled me. which is pretty cool. I'm going to roll with the Mamluks for sure. And then after that, I'm going to run with Lithuania, because Lithuania is most likely going to have an event happen where they join up with Poland, and Lithuania can't be a rival at that point, which means I'll pass them, and then I'll get what's called power projection for that. I know that's a lot if you don't really know the game, but anyways, I'm going to do the same thing with Hungary, because that's probably going to happen with them and Austria too, where they become, they go into what's called a personal union, they both do, and then they will be the junior partner, and the junior partner really doesn't get any buffs for that. They actually don't do very well. I also look down here and I see that I'm guaranteeing Ragusa, so guess what? We're not going to do that anymore. It doesn't really make sense to revoke him, or to guarantee him right now. So I'm going to revoke him. It's really easy, really quick, and a great way to get something done. You could have done Austria or Poland, or, you know, rival Austria and Poland and all of them, by the way. I just didn't do that. Let's see. After we do that right there, I think I'm going to go ahead and set up a few more troops. Now, this is something I don't quite understand, but this is something the Ottomans can do. They can get what's called Janissaries, which are like men who are of Christian faith, but they're like better in a lot of different ways. They get some cool stuff added to them, so I'm just going to go ahead and conscript the Janissaries here. I'll get 4 of them for the cost of 40 of this military power, so I don't have to pay like money for them off the bat. But it does get me this cool mission, reform the Imperial Army. When I get a force limit, at least that, I can get permanent claims on a bunch of areas, so I can have claims to land that I don't own, at least not right now. Okay, now with that done, we're gonna take this guy. You can see here's what Janissaries look like. They're a little bit better than your normal unit, to be honest. But you got to be careful, because they could have like an event later on that makes them not good. You know, that makes them mad at you. Anyways, we're gonna go over here to Darnier, and we're gonna add the general. I think I'm gonna go ahead and we have a little bit of manpower. I'm gonna slack in recruitment twice. I've been advised to do this. I would normally not do it. I like the idea of checking it out and seeing why you would do it. Adding 2 more men right here, so that cost me money and manpower. Yeah, these Janissaries did not cost me manpower or money originally. And they're going to go over here. Where are my... Okay, so I just have these barks here. Barks are like light ships, and they're good for doing some things, but protecting trade in Constantinople, which is my home trade node. Right there, pretty good. After that, I'm going to add a bunch of galleys, because, again, this is something that I've been instructed is a good idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right here is fine. Okay. And we'll build up in these 10 places here. We'll send them all here when it's time for a war. We're going over what's called our force limit for naval, but that's okay. I've been told that it doesn't really cost that much, so it's not too bad. I just realized I haven't allied anybody. I need to get some allies, right? Tunis probably loves me. They do love me. Morocco, not enough to do that, but we could do this first with Tunis. Tunis is a great ally. Really good. I could actually ally Bohemia. They don't seem to... It's weird there. You have to wait a day. Here, let me go ahead and speed up some time so I can offer that alliance to him. Badoop, there you go. Can I do a royal... I could do a royal marriage with you. It's kind of weird. Royal marriages don't mean a ton. Ooh, I've been given a chance. I'm going to take that trade. Kandar, yep, that's fine. Okay. Get one of my guy gets back. I'm going to take this guy here. We're going to start a spying on the Byzantines. We want to take Constantinople eventually. All right. And I think we're kind of good to go. This guy's coming over here. We're getting new troops. Everything's pretty good. All right, Lucca has joined a trade league. Follow Majapahit, whatever. It's not that big a deal to me. Let's come over here. I'm going to royal marry this guy. There you go. Royal marriage. Great. Great. We did ally this one. Yep. That makes us super good with them. We're going to come over here, use this diplomacy thing to work with our allies. And they're going to work together. Pull these guys together into the same army. And then I do want to come over here. They're worth the AQ. Karaman is by himself. We do have, I'm looking here. Hold on, let me pull up my map mode. Diplomat, you see we could go out here and attack both of these, and that's kind of what we want to do. We have a reconquest on Albania. If I declared war, though, it would bring in Venice, which is not the best thing for us. So, first off, we want to take care of these guys over here. And I could probably get Albania in here in a war against the Byzantines. Alright, he's coming in. Okay, the worldly Ulema, we can gain 10 loyalty with them and gain some corruption, as well as national tax modifier for like 10 years. Or we can lose corruption, lose loyalty, get tolerance, true faith. You know what, we're going to do this because I don't want to lose too much loyalty with them. Speaking of which, I got to wait a little bit longer to get this done. There it is, level 8. Now the Ulema like me even more, so they've gained 10 loyalty, and I gained 10 prestige with them. Let's send our boys over here to Bolu. And then you're going to come over here to Ankara. I'm going to give you a new general. 2020. It's okay enough. It's only going to help in that maneuver bit there. Now, who do we want to attack? We can attack, let's see, the AQ. Okay. Karaman's probably the better one to attack off the bat, but we have a truce with them. Kandar is friends with Ramazan, which is this guy down here, and the AQ. We can definitely beat them. I'm not really worried that much about them. If I declared war here, it doesn't really matter. I'm just breaking a truce with Karaman. Okay. We're getting our guys in position. Aniza and Mamluks are at war. Okay. And we don't really care about the HRE too much right now. We're going to be focusing our way that way later, but not right now. We're losing money. It's just early. Don't worry about it. We have plenty of money anyway. I could convert a province. Does this take 92 months to do? I don't think so. I don't care too negatively about Shia anyway. This has been a long first episode. We'll probably go long this time, and then after that, we're not so much. Ramazan, do you have friends? No. Declare war. We're just going to do this right here. We'll white peace out these other guys because I don't really want anything from them right this second. We want to go for Kaspananu. Kasmananu, I should say. Excuse me. I can't speak today. We'll do this. Roll through here. There you go. Take them down. There's a stack wipe, meaning we wiped down all their troops. Go over here into Sinop. Alright. What level fort is this? That's a level 3 fort. Means it's going to take 10 guys to take it down. I want all of you. I want to pull back you. Take this unit out. We'll bring these guys with. And we're going to move out. Go pull. While we've got them this close, we're going to pull these guys together. Can you find a way down here? You can. Not really. Well, I'd rather send this guy into there. Ramazan troops are coming at me. There you go. We came in late, but that ended up working out for us, actually. Because that made us stack wipe him. Now we're going to go stand on his capital. We're standing on this capital, on this capital. We're coming into these lands over here. the QQ, or Quarquenlu is how they're actually named, have been hired out. These troops have been hired by the AQ, the Aquenlu. I know I may be butchering that a little bit, so give me a break there. How big? What's this fort level? Fort level 1 means we only need 4 guys. You want to generally have 3 guys for every fort level, and then you want to have 1 extra. So 4 guys. I'm going to take these guys over here. Ooh, I hate the fact that the Mamluks are in this war against the AQ, actually. Right. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we got to come down here. We'll be okay. I want to see... Yes, there you go. Come down here and take this back for him, please. Or not. I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to make sure we don't get attacked down here. We're at negative 57. Are my ships... Are all these ships done? All but 1. Which, actually, let's go ahead and bring... all of you to here. We're going to take all these ships out. Bring me these. And flood them in here. There you go. Quick little battle. Pull these together. Pull these together. We're going to come out here. Fort defense or siege ability. We want siege ability. We're not being attacked. We are attacking. Let's bring all these guys together. There we go. Send them over here because that will help a siege. If we can help ourselves, we want to be doing that, right? As for us, I guess I could stand here and loot this. We have 4.8 gold left to loot. This is going to help out our siege on this side, which we definitely want. See, it went down from 42 to negative 21 immediately. We've got a wall breach here, so we're at negative 21 to negative 14. We're just waiting out the time. Trying not to lose too much manpower, just letting things rock and roll on its own. I really don't want the Mamluks to take anything from the AQ. Particularly, I don't want them to take Raqqa, because I can release Syria from Raqqa in the future. Right now, no. Oh, they did take it. So, what do you do? Nothing you can really do about that. It just goes down that way sometimes. You can't control everything in this game, which is one of the reasons why I have a hard time with the game at times. Okay. We're just waiting on some sieges to get done right now. I don't think I could bounce over here. Nope. I really can't bounce anywhere right now. This is all one army, all kind of separated out. Let's bring you over to here. This is at 7%. This is at 42%. There you go. We're fighting this navy up here. We should do pretty good against it. There you go. Won that siege. Yeah, won another siege, actually. Gonna come down here. Right. Take these together. Come to mush. Mush. We're gonna take these guys over here. I'm gonna put you over here, but I may not need that. Yep, enemies are sieging their provinces back. Go up there. Just giving ourselves a chance to do a little bit more damage. We've already got our goal. Oh, there goes Adana, actually. Let's send you to here. Actually, through here into here. And once we get out of the territory, there you go. Let me send these ships up here that we need to go repair up our ships. We'll meet here. We are pulling all the money out of that province. We don't plan to do anything else with them, so let's go ahead and fight here. 14 on 8 is enough. I'm sure they will fall back somewhere. Nope, they actually died all the way out. Let's do this here. I want to bring you over to here as we get ready for our next... Yeah, we're going to have another war here very shortly. We'll take that right there. Go ahead and have a talk. First off with Ramazan, I don't want anything from you, so if you'll just do this right here. All your money and all that, it pretty much makes like a quick truce deal. Yeah, for... Well, it says 8 years. Is that from this? Whatever. It's not that much money. I'm not going to really worry about it. Clear the offer. White piece them. Did I get something out of it that's a little bit easier? That's going to require like a 6-year, or end of rivalry will require even longer. Yeah, there's nothing good I can get out of that, so send that. He's going to eventually be a target. The AQ, though, are not going to be a target in the near future. So I'm going to take everything I can from them as far as war reps, money. I don't want you to be allied. Really, I don't want you allied to Dulkadir, Kandar, ending your rivalries, all that good stuff. A lot of money out of that deal, or a good amount. So we'll go ahead and send them right here. That's all I really wanted from them. I need to go ahead. I forgot. I was building fabricating claims on Constantinople. All right. I've exiled armies, but they're all moving into our territory. Kandar, on the other hand, guess what, buddy? You're going to lose all that. You're not going to be around anymore. We're going to send that demand, and there you go. We have got free territory. Now all we got to do is core up that land. If you look, we now have too few rivals because Lithuania took that junior partner, you know, as the PU I was telling you about. So now he's gone. We did get a little bit of power projection out of that. Not a whole lot. So we need to pick out a new target. I guess I'll go with... We go with QQ over here. But honestly, I think I'll probably go with Austria. Venice would have been another good choice, just because we have no... We're going to be going to war with these people. Now, there's other things I can do to get that power projection to go up. But for right now, I'm okay with what I'm doing. Alright, we're sending guys everywhere. We're getting these guys into position. I want you to come down to here. Okay. Now, if I were to declare war on him... Serbia would actually not actually attack, or would be okay with it. We need to get all on one side here. Karaman and is declaring war on Ramazan, which is fine. That's just more territory for me to take in the future. We have a truce with him that ends in like 2 years, so nothing we can really do with that. All right, these guys are working their way where they need to go. We've got replenished all of our troops here. We're losing negative 5.93, mostly advisors. Rooting out that corruption is worth negative 1.54. We did kind of get smacked around there, which kind of sucks. We're going to get these cores done here very shortly. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the first episode. I figured it's a little bit longer than my normal episodes, which is fine. But when we come back, we're going to attack Byzantium, and we're going to take all this land here. Constantinople, Athens, and all of Morea down here. And with that done, we're going to, then we might go and turn back. We're just going to be kind of fighting like here, 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 over and over and over and over and over, until we've taken over a chunk of land over here, all this over here, and a lot of stuff down here. Eventually we'll break it off going this way too. The idea is that I want to own a ton of land, and who knows, I might go for some achievements later on. I'm not exactly sure. just yet. So for right now, though, this is fine. So anyways, guys, appreciate you all so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, like the video, comment, check a link for Discord in the description below. Guys, I will see you all next time.